Ahoy, me old Chinas! I'm just doing a quick midweek video because I left the bilge pump in a bit of a not done state. So, updates regarding that. I just carried on with that little job, and I'm not going to do full filming of everything that I do. I'll just sort of tell you what I've done and doing and blah 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 blah. But bilging pumps. Oh, right. So I have scrubbed out all the bilges, got rid of all the water, and seated the pump down at the bottom there all nicely. Adapted the tubes. I've left the check valves there. Done the wiring up there, which comes through where I said in there, along the conduit, along the conduit there, in that way, and goes all the way through to inside that hole down there. Oh no, it's that blue wire that's sticking out of the hole. So what I'm going to do is drill down in the back of there. This is a waste scrappy bucket horribleness. Drill down the back of there, bring it up there, put a switch in yonder. I'll show you the switch in a minute, and then wire a permanent live directly from the. Ooh, what was that on? Fuck! Oh, I've just sat on a jigsaw. And not the kind that you put together in pieces, the kind that stabs your bum. Permanent live from the leisure battery, so it bypasses the battery isolator and the switchboard and goes directly to the bilge pump, so that it has it's live all the time. And then, because it's fused anyway, so it's not an issue. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to film everything. It's just a little midweek update video to show you what I'm up to. I'm off work today and tomorrow. And tomorrow, there's no wind and no rain. Thus, I'm going to see if DCW would like to come and do some boat handling things with you. It'd be quite good to get him on video because he's like a little boat Yoda and he knows all of the things. So it'll be a really good learning day for me and probably for some of you, and yeah, it'll be really good. Anyway, let me get on with doing some work, shall we? Auf Wiedersehens. Just ignore the mess over here. This is my dumping ground. This is the bilge pump switch that I bought. It's a different one because this one, unlike the sort of show flow ones you can get, has got a physical bump stuck on manual. So you can actually just switch it on manual and leave it if there's some kind of emergency. And then on auto, and it's fused. Simple connections on the back. I'm actually going to take the electrical panel off. And I'm going to take the radio panel off just because I want to get behind there and have a look anyway. So I'll do that. I'll not film it, I'll just show you after I've opened it. You don't want to need to see me undoing a few screws and stuff. I'll just start the camera up when something inevitably goes wrong, which probably be in the next few. I've just dropped a screw. In the next few seconds, like I was saying. Right. In a bit. Remember back in the olden days, I did that video about opening up a can of worms. I sort of swore to myself that I'd leave worms exactly where they were in the future. However, there be worms here. Yeah. I ain't touching any of that. It all works. So, you know, there's nothing there that's going to stop the boat. Just going to put that back to bed. Once I've cut the bilge pump switch, which I'm going to put here under the radio, I think. So I'm going to measure all that up, do a drawery thing on it, squarey stuff, and yeah, see how it goes. God, I'm not faffing with any of that. I'll just hide it. Okay, next. Dear. At the risk of looking like I know what I'm doing, I've marked. Oh no! I've marked this up there, which should be the centre of this and the centre of this, so it looks right with the eyeballs. You can't even see it because of shadows and stuff. Yeah, and that should fit this in nicely. So what I'm going to do is drill in the corners, but keep them in a little bit, just so the edge of the drill is touching this and touching that. That'll give a little bit in the corners, because if you look on this, the holes are sort of right close in line with the level of the cutout. So, hi. So I want roundy corner bits or something like that. And then I'm going to jigsaw it and probably cut through all the wiring behind it, so I might tie that up. But yeah, that's the next job, so I'll show you in a bit or something. Are holes, and if you look from the back of a galloping horse, they're in exactly the right position, which is super useful. Now I've got to use this Beastomosaurus to and all the wires I've managed to tie up to my curtains. So in theory, we're not going to kill anything. On a side note, my radio does have NEMA 0183, but my instruments don't, which is frustrating because I want to connect them up to the Orca. But we'll figure something out presently. Anyway, yeah, I'll get jigsawing. Probably nothing's going to go wrong. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. This thing's a beast. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. That wasn't great. I can't get in. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. I only nearly died twice, which is a successful day. See if it fits. Requires a little bit of finagling, but we'll get there. I'll finagle it. Et voila. A couple of minutes finagling. I know that drill bits aren't mill bits, but my drill bit was a mill bit. So, yeah. There she blows. And you can see I've got meat in all of the 4 holes, which is useful. I'm going to pilot drill those. It looks pretty level as chisel, which is remarkable for me. Pilot drill them, and then I'll drill a hole down to fetch the big blue wire up for the doodad, and then I'll run a permanent live to it and just tap the negative neutral into the existing common ground that's back there. There's no point running 2 wires all the way up. So yeah, that is my job, and I'll do that next, and then I'll probably just show you when it's done and working, because the rest is just boring wires and stuff. See you in a bit. Oh hi, we're gonna have to stop meeting like this. I've had a level 3 stress event, but it's done. So inside, let me find a torch. Inside there, where that blue thick wire comes up, The only manner of getting to that is through a tiny little hole there. Basically, I put the torch on top of the hole like that after I drilled it so I could see where it needed to go. And then lay down on the floor with my arm up the side of the boat and through that little thing with my fingertips on the wire and managed to sort of thread it up. As soon as I let go of it, it just fell back out. I was very close to ringing somebody to just say, can you give me 5 minutes and just grab this wire at the other end. But I tried 2 more times and just shoved all of it through that I could, and eventually I managed to dive up in time and grab it before it went through. So, that's all connected up. Bilge pump is in. I just need to do the screws. But basically, auto does nothing because there's no water in the bilge. Manual. I don't know if you could hear it, but it was running. I can hear it. Yeah, so that's off. I'll get the electrical panel put together. Put that back, put the screws in, come back and say goodbye or something. Yeah. A bilge switch. She's in. That's where she lives now. She'll just sit there on auto forevermore. I've cleaned all the area up, cleaned everything, blah blah blah. And for the first time ever, I've lifted this open. I didn't even know it was here properly. And there's all sorts of charts in there and everything. Wires for stuff. I don't know, I'll play with all that. That's another little thing to explore. Oh. Yeah, but I'm just in the process of putting the boat back together because I'm going to hoover everything while the hoover's out. But yeah, bilge switch done. My thing's flashing at me. Anyway, yeah, just a little half-week video to catch you up on where we are. But bilge pump job done. Probably. Cue the fin.